Okay, we're going to be practicing writing the 1 on our paper now, on our lined paper. Write your name across the top. Make sure that you start at the top. Stay straight line down, and then we're done. That's the way to make a 1. So we're going to keep tracing on those dotted lines and see how well you can stay on those lines. Then you've got extra space for you to practice writing your 1. So I'm going to stop here on this paper, but I want you to continue to practice writing your 1s. Now, on the next paper, we're going to write our name very neatly here, and we're going to practice tracing and copying like the directions say. This is the number 1. Starting at the top, a straight line down. I'm tracing over those dotted lines. And then I'm going to make some of my own. Stopping when I get to the solid line at the bottom. Here is the number word for 1. O-N-E spells 1. So we're going to trace over the O and then the N. Slide, climb, slide, across and swing for the E. I'm going to write it here. O-N-E 1. It shows 1 on the 10 frame, just like we talked about with the big 10 frame. Now, the next thing we're going to do is to fill in the missing number line. 0, and then comes 1. We're going to go ahead and write the 1 in. Come straight down and stop. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, the last thing we're going to do, it says to paste the apples on the 10 frame to show 1. So we've got the apples down here. Go ahead and color the apple. I think I might pick this apple because it's on the end. And I'm going to color my apple red, but as you know, there are different colors of apples. Apples are green sometimes they're yellow. I want my apple to be a nice red apple. And I think that I would like to have some details on my apple. So I'm going to make my leaf green on my apple. Trying my best to stay inside the lines. And I'm going to get a brown for the stem of the apple. Now, the next thing I need to do is to cut my apple out. Talked about how to hold scissors last week, and we said the little small round hole is for your thumb, and the longer oblong shape is for your fingers. And we just open and close them. Take our paper in our hand, and we're going to line the blade of our scissors up with the dotted line. I'm going to cut along that dotted line. We just want to cut 1 apple out. If you want to cut the rest of them out so you can have them to practice counting with, then you can do that. You can color them and do as you wish. I'm just going to cut this 1 out though. So I want to put it on my 10 frame to show you how to do it. Now we're going to need a glue stick. Okay, now I have my glue stick. The first thing I'm going to do is to open my glue stick, take the cap off the top, put the cap down where I can find it later because I'm going to need it. If I don't cap the glue, then it will dry out. Now, you may notice there's a little orange part at the bottom. You can use that to make your glue go up farther. You don't want to make it go up too far because the glue will fall off the top. So we want to have just enough so that we can get some glue on the back of our apple. Remember, we said this is 1, this is 1. Right now we have 0 on the 10 frame, and now we have 1. we've represented 1 on our timframe. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn my glue at the bottom to make it go back down. Then I'm going to put my lid back on. And I'm finished with my activity.